welcome back to the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. If you are just tuning in, this is the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. We are live streaming on Facebook and also on YouTube. Just look for Clog TV, subscribe, like and share, follow our pages on our social media platforms. So we're about to have our main discussion, and it is about understanding the overall efficiency of clearing operations in Ghana. And we have an esteemed member of society. He is in the person of Daniel Adai Frimpong. He is the CEO of DAF Shipping Company. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you, Yaya.
So how are you doing? How is everything?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm also fine. So you are the CEO of DAF Shipping Company, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about DAF Shipping Company?
Okay, DAF Royal Shipping started a few years ago, at least 5 years ago. But I've been an industry player for about 20 years now.
Okay.
Yes, I was working with my sister, Rita Royal Ventures. She's also into shipping.
Okay.
And I was with her until recently that I started.
Okay. So what caused you to start working as a clearing agent or have your own business in the clearing industry?
Oh, okay. There was a point in life that I have to, build for myself. So I decided to part ways with my sister and start mine. But way back from secondary school, I didn't have the opportunity to go to university. So I came to Accra to hustle. And we had an uncle, may his soul rest in peace, who employed my sister. And through that, my sister became a clearing agent, and she also brought me on.
So becoming a clearing agent, if someone wants to become a clearing agent, what are some of the things you would advise the person to take into consideration?
It's all about education. I didn't have the opportunity to further my education from SS to different level, but all that I can say is education. So from SS, the person can apply for these courses on shipping, like cargo handling, shipping management, clearing, forwarding, and those stuff, to specialize in one of them and start up.
So as a layman would ask, what is the whole clearing shipping industry all about?
Okay, let me explain to my own level. I only do import. I don't do export. I don't do any other stuff. I do only clearing on importation goods, imported goods. For me, the process is a simple thing, but it depends on how you want it to be done. When you are going to import goods into the country, we have two contracts. Yes, we have the FOB contract, that is the free on board, and the CIF, cost insurance and freight contract. With the free on board, the supplier is to put everything in the vessel for you. Yours is to pay duty. You sell the goods, then you return its money. But with the CIF, the supplier, you will book for ship for the vessel. For the supplier will just take the goods to the shipping line. You pay for everything, the insurance, everything on your own. So there are basic two contracts with shipping stuff. The CIF and the FOB. Yes, so those are the two things the importer should consider. They are the basic contract the importer should consider. Yes, and secondly, the process of clearing from the port. Me being the clearing agent, I will request an original bill of lading from my importer. And attested invoice, and also a packing list from the importer. In addition with my importer's TIN number. So for now, you can also use the Ghana card code as a TIN number.
So before you continue, what is a bill of lading? Because I'm sure a lot of our viewers don't really know the nitty-gritties of the clearing industry, so we have to break it down for them.
Okay. The bill of lading simply means giving your goods to the shipping line. They have to manifest all that you have brought to them on a document. So the document that will be given to you to verify that they have your goods is the bill of lading. Yes. It consists of the manifest, all the things that you have in your container or in the vessel should be on the bill of lading. Okay. Yeah.
So when someone is importing goods, do they buy the container, or the containers are for you, the clearing agent, or it's from the company they are importing from? How does all of that work?
Okay, basically, you don't need to own a container before you can do shipping. We have shipper's own container, in which the shipper may decide to buy his or her own container to put the goods in and ship them. And we also have shipping lines that you can rent the container from. So they can give you, maybe on arrival, they may give you 7 to 14 days or up to 21 days to take your goods off the container, in which, if you fill that contract, you pay for a demurrage.
So we'll come to that. So about the clearing, procedures, what are the main ones in the Ghana harbors here?
The procedure, as I was saying earlier, after getting all those necessary documents from your importer, we have the custom integrated system, the ICOMS. The agent will just send an entry on the goods for customs to assess and do the valuation. With the valuation, we have 3 processes. That's the classification, valuation, and approval. So after sending the entry, the first process to go through customs is the classification. They will classify the goods. After that, they will value it. That is whereby it goes to the valuation officers. So from the valuation officers, it will go to the approval officer to approve. So after that, the system will generate a tax bill for you. That will be your duty. So for now, through the digitization, you can pay your duty on your phone to the Government of Ghana portal, or you go to those affiliated banks that you can pay your duty.
So are there different types for different cargo shippings, or is just one, like what you've just explained? Is that the only way, or there are others?
No, like let's say, before you can even send the entry, it depends on the kind of goods. We have other agencies that you may, require what we call clearance from them, like the Food and Drugs Board. If you have goods containing food and stuff, you must have this thing, certificate or something from them for them to assure that what you're importing is of high quality. Yes. So these are the agencies: Food and Drugs Board, NPA, the what do we call it? Food and Drugs Board, Environmental Protection Agency, and those in charge of for quality assurance for you, in order not to import fake goods into the country. So you need to attain certificates from them before you can continue with the custom clearance. They have to clear you before. Yeah.
So does your company specialize in maybe just one type of goods clearances, or it's every kind of clearance?
For importation, we do everything importation. Vehicles and other stuff.
So even food items?
Yes, chemicals, everything.
That's cool. So how do you coordinate with the harbor authorities, customs officials, and other relevant stakeholders in your clearing process?
Because of the integrated customs system that we use, right now the human interference is not much as it was some years ago. Right now, you have to do everything online. They will just reply you go to the next stage. You can't skip the stage, the stages. So you have to it is a process, you know. So you have to go to the first process. The system will send you to the next process. You can't just jump it. So sometimes you just send an entry. They will query you that maybe go to standard board for this.
Okay.
As soon as you go to standard board, they will clear you in the system. It will move to the next stage. So we don't interfere with them as those days that we have to go and see them. Yeah.
Okay. So being an entrepreneur or in this agency or in this industry, how are you able to balance work, being the head of your company, managing your employees, and as well as, you know, managing the other authorities that may come into the picture?
It is not easy though, you know, working with Ghanaians.
Yes.
Yeah. It is very difficult,
Okay.
but sometimes you have to agree to disagree.
Yes.
You disagree to agree sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it is not easy working with Ghanaians. It is very difficult, but with God, all things are possible. You have to adjust yourself and see to other things.
Okay.
And I have a couple of people who are in charge of some other stuff. Yeah,
okay.
I don't do everything.
Okay, so
myself.
it's a decentralized system.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So how do you also maintain your relationship with your importers, your clients, I would say?
Oh, communication skills, as you say. I didn't have the opportunity to go to school as others have the privilege to. But if you know how to talk to people and explain things to them, it is very difficult. But because I'm saying this because you may have there are competitors in the industry.
Yes.
You see, sometimes they will give you a value of a goose, the same quantity, and you see different agents having different value on the same goose.
Yeah.
So your importer will tell you, like, I'm bringing 10 tomatoes, 20-footer container. This person too is bringing the same item, but I am paying 2,000 cedis. This one is paying 1,005.
Okay.
So sometimes it may be because of exchange rate or others. So you have to explain to them in order for them to understand how the process works. Because you may send an entry today. If you are not able to pay the duty today, the next Tuesday, the exchange rate will change.
Will also change,
yes. So when it goes down, when the dollar goes down, your duty may go down. When it goes up,
it also.
But Ghanaians, when it goes up, hey.
I see.
Yes. So you have to educate them. Some of the importers don't know much about this thing, so you have to explain to them for them to understand. Yeah.
So do you have any efficiency procedures you undertake to make sure that the quality of service you are rendering is top-notch? Aside the communication, very open and transparent communication, do you have any other things you do to make sure that this importer would come back to DAF Shipping Company?
It's all about the way you carry yourself. You have to be honest to them. If you are honest, you have to be consistent. I'll bring your goods today. You make sure you go by your times, because they also deal with customers.
Yeah.
And you know there are times in which particular goods are being sold. So when you don't deliver at that time, the person may not be able to sell off the goods. So you have to be punctual. Yeah. Okay.
So about the harbor authorities, the customs and things, how exactly, aside the online thing, do you have to, you know, in this Ghana here, we know that, yes, we have the digitalization going on and everything, but sometimes some procedures require the in-person interaction. So how does that also, how are you able to manage that?
Okay, when, after sending the entry, they will give you an examination, physical examination officer.
Okay.
The system will give you the name. So you have to present your BOE number to the examination officer. And we have joint examination. Maybe it will give you agency like NIB, National Investigation Bureau, National Security. You have to go and call them for physical examination.
Yeah.
So with the custom officers, the system will give you a name to approach the officer in order to do the examination with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I want to import something and I come to DAF Shipping Company, What are the procedures that DAF Shipping Company will take me through?
Okay, first of all, I will ask of what you want to import.
Okay, maybe I want to import girls' clothes to sell.
Okay, I will educate you on the duty, the values of what you want to do. I will give you education on the import duties so that maybe you will not go and buy the things, you import them, later you can't clear them.
Okay.
First and foremost, you must know how much you are going to pay at the port.
Okay.
So that you will not buy them and the goods will be stuck at the harbor.
Okay.
So I will educate you, give you more insight as in the clearing stuff so that you may understand what you want to do before. For example, those who import cars, some of them may not know the duty of the car. They will just see the car, oh, this car is nice, let me buy.
Okay.
Somebody may import maybe 2002 car without knowing that there is a penalty for overage. When the car is over 10 years, you pay a penalty.
Okay.
They may not know. You see, some of them have been in abroad for so many years, so they don't know all those things. So immediately they contact you, you ask certain questions about the age of the car, the special feature, and other stuff, in order to give them an idea of the duty before they even purchase what they want to import into the country, so that the things will not be stuck at the port.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after the education, what's next? Let's say we've cleared, I have all the information I need. Okay. So what about, let's say, the tons and the container thing? 40, is it 41 footer?
Yeah, we have the 40 footer.
Okay. So
20 footer.
Okay.
And stuff.
Yeah. So what about those? Would you also give us information about how much you are going to pay based on the sizes?
The duty is calculated per the invoice you issue to customs.
Okay.
The weight is also involved.
Okay.
Because maybe somebody may bring a 40-footer container, but there are only 2 pallets of goods inside. So it all depends on the value of the commodity or you are bringing.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the value. Of the
So after the education, what's next?
After educating them, maybe you give them the red light or the green light.
Yes. So let's say if they've given you the green light now.
Okay, I will advise you to go on.
Okay.
Go see your suppliers. After you see them, they will issue a bill of lading to you. They will put your container on board. Then we will receive it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are about to take a short break. It is getting very, very interesting and informative here with Mr. Daniel Adai Frimpong, the CEO of DAF Shipping Company. We are learning all about clearing here in Ghana. So right after this break, we'll continue the conversation. If you have somebody that's interested in clearing agencies here in Ghana, please tell them to tune in with us and learn something today. We'll be right back.
Clog TV. Beyond the policy.
I just want to take a moment and thank everyone in law enforcement who helped us in the search for our beloved daughter.
There's no point hiding things from me.
You're psychic?
No, just paying attention. I've been watching you and your husband. I understand what you're feeling right now.
You have no idea.
I do. I know. Did you kill your daughter? How dare you? Did you kill your daughter? Jude, please. Honestly, it's not as bad as it looks.
Classic Red John smiley face. Drawn in the victim's blood. Blocks with 3 fingers of his right hand.
This isn't Red John. In all the previous killings, he made sure that the first thing that anyone sees is the face on the wall. Then, and only then, do you see the body of the victim.
Wrong.
too stoned to tell.
Jane, when you lose your virginity, you can't ever go back.
Jane made a promise.
Stop! We should stop! You've been dating for 2 years and you haven't boned.
But sometimes life...
You're pregnant.
But I've never had sex!
...makes a surprise delivery.
I accidentally inseminated you 2 weeks ago.
You what? I'm not ready to be a mom.
Tell them what happened! You send the mix!
Are you ready to groove to the beat of vibrant Afro video mix? Music that transcends language and touches our souls. Videos captivating you daily, bringing forth emotions and expressions that words alone can't convey. Let the
I'm the big fat panda.
The whooshy finger. Oh, you know this hold. Did not see that coming.
Choose someone else. Please.
This time I will make damn sure that he stays dead.
I don't know how to stop him.
You start by letting people help you.
But he's gonna come after you.
Let him come. I'm not that easy to kill.
There's a new player we've been tracking. We've been calling him Deathstroke. Find him.
This started with the two of us. That's how it ends.
You can't go out there by yourself. It's suicide.
They're designated Task Force X.
Welcome to the Suicide Squad.
OJ and Charles Manson one available?
Deadshot is a go.
Shrapnel's a go.
Tiger's a go.
I created the Huntress.
Yeah, well, you created Slade too.
I have my allies, just as you have yours.
Be prepared for anything.
If they're wearing a mask, they get a bullet.
Once you let the darkness inside, it never comes out.
What are you gonna do? Kill me.
Jane, when you lose your virginity, you can't ever go back.
Jane made a promise.
Stop! We should stop! You've been dating for 2 years and you haven't boned.
But sometimes life...
You're pregnant.
But I've never had sex!
...makes a surprise delivery.
I accidentally inseminated you 2 weeks ago.
You what? I'm not ready to be a mom.
You have become the best part of my life, and this will be the best part of your life, too.
Tell them what happened! You send the mix!
Join me, Oliver Beverly, and Edna Watson on Old School Ride. Let's get interactive and get to know our old legends.
Drumming my pain with his finger.
Just want to take a moment and thank everyone in law enforcement who helped us in the search for our beloved daughter.
There's no point hiding things from me.
You're psychic?
No, just paying attention. I've been watching you and your husband. I understand what you're feeling right now.
You have no idea.
I do. I know. Did you kill your daughter? How dare you?
Did you kill your daughter?
Jude, please. Honestly, it's not as bad as it looks.
Classic Red John smiley face. Drawn in the victim's blood. Gloves with 3 fingers of his right hand.
This isn't Red John. In all the previous killings, he made sure that the first thing that anyone sees is the face on the wall. Then, and only then, do you see the body of the victim.
As in today's world full of information, we sift through the lot to bring you credible, timely, and informative news updates.
We give you true happenings.
Clog TV. Beyond the policy.
You are welcome back to the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. If you are joining, all about the efficiency of clearing agencies in Ghana. And we have here the CEO of DAF Shipping Company, Mr. Daniel Adai Frimpong, and he is educating us about clearing agencies in Ghana. So yes, back to where we left the conversation. What are some of the channels of communication that you keep for other importers, to keep them informed?
Okay. Anytime there is a new procedure or they do an upgrade in the system, the customer telephone call or something, we also update our importers for them to adhere to the changes. Yeah.
So do you have social media platforms or websites maybe specific to your companies, or it's a general, clearing agent kind of operation thing for all clearing agents to be able to put up information?
Yeah, we operate individually.
Okay.
So customs is the facilitator. So we take information from them individually.
Okay.
Or maybe through our associations.
Okay.
They provide us with new procedures. Then we also give information to our importers.
Okay. So my next question is about demurrage and benchmarking values, but I'd like you to explain what the demurrage values or benchmarking values are for our viewers to understand.
Okay, let's tackle the demurrage first.
Okay.
Demurrage is basically a term used in shipping.
Okay.
If maybe you take a container and after that date is due and you are not able to take your stuff out of the container, it is a penalty they give you to pay.
Okay.
If you are not able to take your goods off their container.
Okay.
Simple as that.
What about the benchmarking?
The benchmarking is what do you call it? Their average value based on the World Trade Organization for every commodity.
Okay.
For every commodity on this planet has a value. So it has a benchmark value.
Okay.
For every commodity. Okay. So I think 2020, the government scrapped about 50% of the benchmark value of about 43 other commodities. Okay. He scrapped 50% of the values so that importers will have the space to operate, to be free to operate. But I think in 2002, they revert 2022, they revert those stuff, which has brought so much burden to the importers. They are now paying 100%. So it is too much.
So about the demurrage again, is there a way, like what are the rates? Is it based on the type of cargo you have, or the quantity of the cargo? Just like the benchmarking value where you said everything has its value, like average value.
The demurrage is calculated by the shipping line.
Okay.
Perhaps if you take their container, they will give you a free day.
Okay.
Some of them will give you 7 days.
Okay.
After the goods has arrived in Ghana.
Okay.
They'll give you 7 days, only 7 days to take your goods off their container.
Okay.
Some of them may give you 14 days, depending on the relationship between the importer or the shipping agent there.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you are given that period to take off your container and you exceed, I think the first 1 week has its value. Maybe it is $60 or something.
Okay. So is there a percentage rate that is used, or it's every shipping?
It increases every week.
Okay.
So if the first week you are paying, let's say $60, the following week it will be $80-something. The following week it will be $110. I think the highest is $110 also.
Okay. So is there a sort of regulatory body that determines how much, or is just the shipping line that determines based on their own?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I think they also do that in order for the importers to use their equipment efficiently.
Okay.
So that you may not keep your goods in their container for that long period. So if you know you are going to pay a demurrage, you have to be fast and take your goods off the container.
So one shipping line can probably charge more than the next shipping line.
Yes, depending on the shipping line.
Okay. So yes, you mentioned that government scrapped 50% of the values in 2020, and now they've reverted it to 100% again. What can you say to that?
For my personal take, I think when the government did that,
yes,
during the 2020, it should have reflected in the pockets of the individuals.
Yes.
But let's say government has scrapped 100% import duty, 50% import duty on selected commodities. And the individuals on the market areas were not feeling that.
Yeah,
the importers, 50%. Yes, the importers were using that as an advantage to get more money.
Okay.
They were not reducing their prices so that the importers, the common buyers in the market will feel the effect of what the government did.
Okay.
But they will keep on saying dollar is increasing, so we can't reduce it. So far as the benchmark is 50%, dollar is still going up, so we have to adjust this, blah, 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 blah. So the government also saw that, no, my people, the people that I did this for, the poor people are not feeling it. So
they sent it back to
100. And I think the COVID too also brought some of those issues because the country was broke. So we have to revert that and let them pay so that we can have money to run the country.
So linking it to car imports, we have a lot of people that are always importing cars, and we hear a lot of complaints that sometimes the duties they pay on the car, sometimes it's even more than the price of the car. So can you give us a small exposition on how that works?
Okay. When you import a car,
yes,
for every car has its home delivery value.
Okay.
Every car by the manufacturer has its first purchase price. That's the home delivery value. So they have that value in the system already. Those values are not given by Ghana Customs. Every car manufacturer has a value, a first purchase price for the vehicle. So they base on that to calculate the import duty.
Okay.
So when you are importing a car, make sure you know what you are importing. Make sure you let your agent check the duty before you buy, else you'll be disappointed.
Okay.
And we have a policy that we shouldn't import cars which is more than 10 years.
Okay.
Which is older than 10 years. If you do that, you will pay a penalty. So the penalty, I think, when it is above 10 years to the next 3 years, like 13 years, it is 5%.
Okay.
Above
so
13 years,
as the years increase, then okay.
Yes, it increases. So maybe when it is, let's say we are in 2024, when it is like 2014, it is 10 years, you are not going to pay the overage penalty. Okay. When it's 2030, you pay 1 year overage penalty. That is equivalent to 5%.
Okay. So let's say I like vintage cars. I want to bring in a Mercedes-Benz and spec it myself here, am I going to still pay? Because, I mean, those kinds of Mercedes-Benzes are very, very old.
You have to be ready to pay.
Oh,
because
okay.
The older the engine or the older the car, the higher the emission of carbon.
Okay.
So you can't bring your old car to come and kill Ghanaians. So they'll give you a penalty to pay.
So that penalty is based on environmental policies, right? Because you just mentioned carbon emissions.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It is. I cannot say that because I haven't read a lot about it, but I can see that the older the car,
then the more the penalty.
Carbon emission. So you must pay penalty, and most of the cars are not roadworthy.
Yeah. So
in order for the government to make it unattractive for the importers to bring old cars, they put that penalty on it too. To make it look unattractive to bring old cars.
So what about the accident? They call them accidented cars. Yes, the ones they bring here and come in remodeled. Yes.
Okay, we have. They look to the accident.
Okay.
How effective it is. If it is not all that serious, they will allow you clear it.
Okay.
If it is serious, they will seize the car at the port. They will not let you clear it.
Okay. So when they seize it, is it that it's permanently seized, or you have to come and pay a whole lot more?
No, they will seize it. They will not give it to you again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if the accident is serious, which is not, which is beyond repairs, yes, they will seize it.
Okay.
And I want to advise importers,
yes,
vehicle importers, that don't make it, don't have it in your mind that your car is accidented, so they are going to depreciate the value for you. That, oh, my car there, it's not all that good, so they should depreciate for you. The customs is ready to deal with you squarely. they will tell you that you saw a good one and you didn't buy that, so you have to pay the actual duty as a new one will cost, or like as a good condition one will cost.
Okay. Yeah. So basically the accident cars and even the well-running cars are still the same price?
Yeah, you pay the same duty.
Oh, okay. In
order not to encourage people to bring the accidented cars.
Okay. Yeah. I hope we are learning something here. You can send in your comments. Our numbers are displayed here. You can ask your questions, and then I would also forward these questions to our guest here to educate and inform us about clearing agencies here in Ghana. So yes, now, what are some of the challenges clearing agents face in general?
Okay. Sometimes we face challenges on the network issues.
Okay.
And when there are challenges of network issues, shipping lines will not consider that and tell you that we are scrapping demurrage for you.
Okay.
Sometimes network may go off for 2 days.
Okay, so when you say network, do you mean something online or the chain of communication between the agencies?
Right now we do everything paperless, so it is
online,
fully automated. Fully automated. So when the system is off, when the system is not running, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything because we don't do anything manual these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't have the backup manual for when these things happen, so that there isn't too much loss incurred.
I don't think so. Like everything is automated.
Okay.
So you cannot just go for a manual release or something. They will just ask you to be patient. When the system comes, they clear you.
So
and we have other challenges too, as I was talking about the demurrage.
Yes.
The demurrage prices are too high, and even if it is a public holiday, they don't consider. You still pay the shipping line a demurrage, but you may even decide to go to work that day, that holiday, to go get your goods, but it's public holiday. So you want the government to talk to the shipping lines that when there is public holiday, they should scrap the demurrage so that we will not pay for.
Yes, but wouldn't that cause people to rather be waiting and then ship their things on holidays and bring so much pressure? Because if they scrap it for the holidays, Obi have a say, let me.
No, let's say there is no 4 or 5 days continuously holiday in Ghana.
Well, that's true.
It is 1 day. Yes. Even Christmas is 2 days or something.
Yes.
So let's say I have 6 days to to clear the goods. And the next 6 days is a holiday. So I can't clear it. The next day you are going to pay a demurrage, in which government can negotiate with the shipping lines to scrap the holidays demurrage for us. Even the government itself will charge you for a rent.
Yes.
When your container or when your car is on government land.
Oh, okay.
Yes, on the government terminals like Gapoha, when it's holiday, they will still charge you rent.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they will not scrap it for you. They will still charge you rent.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
in which it is not your fault
yes.
to observe the holiday, but they will still charge you.
So yes, about the network issue, what has been the worst case scenario? Okay,
the worst case scenario was when we were changing from GCnet to ICOMS.
Okay. So what is GCnet? What is ICOMS? I know you mentioned ICOMS earlier, but
okay, GCnet was the first single window they brought, like that operating system we operate on.
Okay.
That was previous. We were using that previously before the NPP government
came in.
Then another government came into power. They changed it from GCnet to ICOMS.
Okay.
So during that transition time, we had network issues. You go here, you lost your data, like you can't find anything you have submitted, blah blah blah. So it was yeah, it was bad.
So I have a comment here. Let me read it quickly. He says, "Hi Ira, I am Elvis from Kwabinya. Thanks for the education. I am no more going to import old cars. We are glad we were able to educate you and inform you about this. So please import new cars so that you get the best out of it and the best out of the values here." Thank you so much, Elvis, for your comment. So yes, again on the challenges, do you face challenges like in the rainy season, maybe too much rain is falling, you can't really clear the goods, or those are not really problems?
Oh, okay. When you have your items at MPS, you don't have a problem. But when your items are with Gapoa, like the Jubilee terminal, when it's raining, they have to, Gapoa must get you tarpaulin to cover your goods and stuff. Sometimes the tarpaulin will not be enough. So some of your goods will be wet.
Yeah.
And it will incur cost on this thing. Yeah.
So again, I'm getting another question from my producer. He wants to know about the network issues. That how long does it take to be resolved?
Oh, sometimes it takes a day.
Okay,
it may go off.
What's the longest it has taken to resolve a network issue?
Okay, let's say after the transition from the GCnet to the ICOMS, we haven't experienced the network issue for, let's say, 2 days continuously.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes a whole day you can't send your entry, or you can't do release or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so it hasn't taken more than a day. Okay,
yeah.
That's good to hear. So still on the challenge, what are some of the challenges, especially with, let's say, government policies when, so this is not to pick sides or anything, but you see we have a system of governance here where the government changes maybe every 4 or 8 years. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that has posed as a clearance agent?
The main challenge we have now is the high duty payment. Like the importers are complaining. Because of that, they are diverting their goods from Ghana port to the neighboring countries.
Okay.
Because of high cost of operating in the port.
Okay.
Like, let's say when you go to Togo, their process is very affordable, less than ours. So it is making our job a bit slow because of the duty. The duties are too high. The taxes are so many.
Yes.
If you give me the chance, I will just go through the taxes. I will list the taxes and you run away.
Hey.
The taxes alone will take us 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That is a lot. Then we are imploring our governments, please take it easy on the taxes for us so that with the clearing agents too can also get some revenue in the business they do for us.
I want to make a proposal to the government that at least that national Ghana Health of Service disinfection stuff, I think it's been quite a long time they disinfected anywhere in Ghana here. Since COVID time, they are still taking tax money levy on disinfection and stuff like that. It is getting people pissed off, so they are not bringing their goods through Ghana ports again. Yeah, some of the taxes must be scrapped.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so what are some of the initiatives that you undertake to build trust and then strengthen your relationships with importers and even the customs officers and things, you know, to stay in their good books?
Oh, okay. For now, I can't say we have any initiative to. No, we don't do anything like that. Because it is fully automated. You just send your entry. They will respond to you. You have your tax bill. You pay your duty. You go on with the process.
Okay, so you literally don't have any sort of physical interactions with
the only interaction you have will be maybe the examination, maybe with preventive.
Okay.
Yes, preventive examination and those other agencies which they do joint examination.
Okay.
Those are the only human interference we have.
Okay. So what about with the importers? Because, you know, as a business, there is also the aspect of customer retention that when they go, they will come back again. So do you have any other things you do to make sure that this importer comes back to your clearing agency?
That is what I'm doing now. That is why I'm pleading on the government to let things calm down so that they can
come back.
Yes,
okay,
because people are stopping with the importation. Seriously, I think for this year alone, I've lost about 10 importers who have totally stopped importing because of high duty. Yeah. Okay.
So I have another question about clearing cars. I think a lot of people seem to be interested in clearing the cars. He says, what's the grace period when you import a car?
Oh, okay. When you import a car, on arrival, you have 60 days. 60
days, okay.
I think, 60 days. From 60 days, it will go to UCL. Okay. They will give you another.
So what is UCL? You see, most of us watching, we don't know any of these things. So sometimes you have to break down the acronyms or even the terminologies for us.
That is whereby you have been given a particular period of time to to complete the process.
Yes.
And your goods are still found at the port. So they will just they will suspend clearance for you to go and see them that you are now ready. They will give you another opportunity, the first offer, to come for your goods. And if you bleach that offer again, then it will go to they will gazette it for auction. Yeah.
Okay. So, being an entrepreneur, what would you say? Maybe someone wants to follow in your footsteps, start their own clearing agent business. What advice will you give that person?
I will just advise the person to take his or her education serious.
Okay.
Because it is a huge industry, very huge.
Okay.
That is what is running the world now. Importation, our shipping industry is very huge. So if you want to venture into that, you must learn hard.
Okay.
Yes, you must learn hard. It was rather unfortunate that I didn't have that opportunity to further my education, but I learned everything on field.
Okay.
Sometimes people may go to nautical college, do proper things, but when they come to field, they have to come and see us too.
To also learn the...
Yes, okay. So we are the gurus on field.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, can you just give us a basic overview of your company, everything you do, sell yourself a little to our viewers?
Oh, okay. DAF Royal Shipping is a young shipping company in which we started about 5 years ago with a success story. We have been so successful in our endeavors. We have clients that believe in us, and we entreat you to also trust in us and give us the opportunity to work for you, and we will deliver.
Okay.
We will deliver, yeah.
Thank you. So can you also give us your contact number in case we have viewers who are interested in contacting you for some shipping business?
Oh, okay. My number is 0248 133235. 0248 133235. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So just as we wrap up, what are your closing remarks? What would you like to tell Ghanaians out there, importers, business starters alike?
Yeah, I am entreating importers to not to still have confidence in the government, in the nation. They should keep on working. Things will definitely change as time goes on. Things will change, so they shouldn't stop importing. We are here to also help them to make more money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
joining us today. It has been quite educative and informative, and we hope to see you again and hear more about clearing agencies here in Ghana.
Okay, thank you. But I think the next time I'll be here, it is going to be
another thing.
Yeah, special effects in movies,
Okay.
because I also do special effects in movies. Yeah.
Yes. So you have, multiple streams of income. Oh, wow. I see. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
It has been very, very informative today, and I'm sure that you learned something today. And this has been Cocoa Digest. A big thank you to everybody that made this a success. From our production team, you, our cherished viewers, our management, everybody involved, we say a very, very big thank you. And I hope that as you go through your day, you stay safe, keep that beautiful smile on your face, and have a blessed day. Goodbye.